Alright guys, so today I'm going to be showing you kind of what I have in my home emergency kit that happens to mainly fit in here except the food. But then I put it in the closet next to the front door, and that is for a reason. If it was such an emergency that your house collapsed, or you couldn't get into it, it was unsafe, this is close to the door where you wouldn't have to dig so much for it. A lot of people actually put their emergency kits out in the shed. I'm not really quite ready for that because rodents or other animals can get to it, but I figured the closet's close enough. Very first thing you need is water. Make sure you have plenty of it. I have a lot more than this, but I just brought 3 out. I also have a little filtration system here in case I run out of water. A couple other things here we have. This is a lot of camping equipment, but there's some matches. If I close it, it's waterproof. The other important thing is fire. Obviously, easy way to start fire there. If that doesn't work, I can start fire, and I'm able to make little sparks with this. And I wouldn't, if you buy one of these little things, fire starters, I would practice first because it is difficult. A couple of ideas that I've gotten is to use actually lint from your dryer. I mean, I only have a little bit here, but you know, once you start fire, you're not gonna let it go out. So lint catches on fire really quick. Okay, another option if you want to really go pro is this is a magnifying glass, and just hopefully there's sun and you can start a fire that way. You know, you tried it when you were a kid. I didn't. Okay, I did. I also have some waterproof matches that are good to have just in case. This is some headgear that, you know, you can put on your head. You can flash it this way, I guess, to get attention. The other way, which is good. Oops. And then I also have these guys right here. Okay, this is a little much, I know. But they're actually light switches on and off. Okay, they actually work pretty well, but you need batteries for those. Okay, speaking of batteries, make sure you have plenty of batteries of different sizes for all your needs. Better yet, so you don't need batteries, here's a flashlight that is solar, so you can use different aspects of it, and it works really well. Okay, emergency. This little guy right here, I should be in the car, but I like it because it is a flashlight. It has emergency and an alarm. Sorry, I freaked out my dog. Oops. How do I turn this off? Having portable chargers is good. Okay, so a big tarp. This is, I believe, an 8x10 tarp. This is going to be good to cover yourself and your family up in case, you know, you're stuck outside. Got emergency blankets. We got ponchos. The one back there is a big one that I just happen to have extra of. Lots of batteries from Costco. Medicine, hydrogen peroxide and alcohol are good to have. If you have any medication or vitamins and things like that, Advil is never a bad thing to have, or some sort of painkiller. Of course, you know, small bandages, things like that. The one-way barrier in case you have to do CPR, bandages. Vaseline is good because it's actually good to start fire. If you can't start it, I guess you can get a cotton swab, put Vaseline on it, and it'll light up real good. And if you're Mexican, don't forget your vaporub because it cures everything. All right, just a lot of dressings and things like that, antiseptic. Here we got duct tape, other kinds of tapes, some yarn or string that you should have because you never know. Extra glasses, emergency numbers. Gloves. So I got two kind of gloves here. I've got, you know, your vinyl or latex glove, but you should also have a nice sturdy pair like these leather ones, because you never know what you're gonna have to pick up. Eye protection. I got some nails. These are like zip ties. They're really good to have. I got a couple sizes there. Always have markers or pen or pencil, something to write with, because you never know. Also, glow sticks. You know, so you can see at night. You can wrap one of those around a gallon of your water and get a lot more light out of it. Here's a multi-purpose tool. Opened it up, so you got a lot of little different things. Or you can have your traditional ones. Always have scissors, or a knife, I guess. Okay, this next section is more personal care. You know, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, sunscreen, deodorant, soaps. All of these little shampoos or soaps are from hotels I go to. Pads are actually good. I mean, in case you cut yourself and you don't have any kind of wound dressing, those would work just fine. You got wipies. Remember something, cloth that's red. It could be a blanket. It could be to keep you warm and also to draw attention to yourself in case you need to flag some people down. I've got some water bottles. That's in case someone needs to travel, they can carry water with them. I have paper and plastic plates and cups. I'm going to switch those out for some sturdier ones that I can reuse, because those won't last very long. Maybe something like this. Okay, these, you know, you can cook with these. I got this bigger one here that you can cook on. And you can use them. It's a multi-purpose. That's the point. You need some knives, some silverware. This one I actually have in my kitchen. I don't have it in the emergency kit. I have this little tiny one, and hopefully, if I have to, I'll figure out how to use it. But it does this trick. It's a lot smaller. A bunch of extra baggies, hand sanitizers, hand sanitizer. Sturdy shoes for everyone in the family. I would even say an extra pair of clothes or a sweater or jacket or something to keep you warm, and because you might be out in the elements for a while. Okay, the final section is like the food section. You know, you need your essentials, you know, for cooking, of course, right? If you're going to cook, at least, you know, you got your oil, your salt. I would definitely say try to avoid cooking, but in case you have to. Here we have dried, like, nuts. Peanut butter is great to have in there because it lasts a long time, and it'll fill you up. If you're going to use pastas, I would highly recommend, like, the mini or the angel hair. You know, like these fideos, I would probably use versus this one, because it'll cook a lot faster or require less water. But if you can, try to avoid cooking and get pre-made things like these guys. They even come with a spoon in them. Again, more seeds, some bars, top ramen, hey. These guys, if you notice, expiration date, a long time ago. So one of the important things is to make sure that you rotate your food. Be better about it than I am, but that's something I'm working on. Okay, here we have some oatmeal, 1 minute, the quick one. That also lasts a long time, and it's filling, and it's good for you, and all that good stuff. You can't forget chocolate and chile. Do not forget your chiles if you like spicy food. If you have pets, make sure that you have pet food. Always have either a picture, some kind of comfort item, you know, toys for kids if you have small kids. I have a notebook there that, you know, in case you need to write some notes down. But obviously that will not all fit in there. So I usually keep the batteries and things like that. Anything that's not food in there. And the rest, I have them in these boxes here. Okay. And I've actually taped like the can opener inside so it doesn't get lost. And I also have the emergency numbers written in the inside of these boxes right here. Okay, so anyway, I would highly recommend you start putting yours together. Hopefully we never ever have to use it, but if you do, you know that you are ready to go. And I have a lot more food in those boxes. I just did not take it all out. Remember, you can and you will survive a hard situation.